Hello and welcome to this Therapeutic Thursday. And I really wanted to talk today about awareness. That beautiful space that we can kind of enter in, that spaciousness, that awareness that we can access sometimes. What can we do in that space, that stillness? Awareness can mean so many things to so many different people, right? And I love the ability to go in that space and open my awareness, which, I also call it like a space of awareness. It's that beautiful place of being where you feel connected to everything, right? Where you have the time, you have the ability to see from different perspectives. You have the ability to forgive yourself. You have the ability to forgive others. That's another topic, though, about forgiving others. So how do you access this space? And there's all kinds of ways you can access this. A lot of people access it through meditation, through just being calm, through gazing. There's the meditation called wall gazing, which can help you access that as well. Sometimes we do when we actually go through our own self-evaluation, we can enter the space. And the one thing I say is notice the space between your breath. When you do breath work especially, but really anytime, notice that stillness at the end of your breath before you take another breath. You notice just how open that is. How the stillness, how there's nothing there. That's a little glimpse of it. Unless you have breathing problems, that cannot be. I went through that myself. However, it's that spaciousness, that openness that allows us to become aware of ourselves, aware of other people, aware of our surroundings, aware of our connection with everything. Now, I've accessed this space quite a bit through journeying. And journeying allows you to be there, to navigate within that spaciousness. And that is a beautiful thing. You can find out so much about yourself and other people sometimes too. The other thing about this space is learning how to expand it. So even, when I work with my clients who have anger issues, anger management therapy, one of the main goals is to expand the space between your trigger and your reaction. And that is such a beautiful place to be. So, somebody says something to us, it triggers us and we want to just like a whip, right? React right away. If you allow yourself to just take a step back from the situation and really, even just take a breath, expand it. Can you expand it for a second or two? Take a little more time. Keep expanding that space between, that trigger and reaction. And that is getting you closer to this state of awareness as well. It's doing a bunch of not just double duty, it's doing all kinds of, multiple duties here because it's allowing you to, control your emotions better, that emotional regulation. And it's also allowing you to glimpse into that spaciousness. How can you expand on it? Just like noticing the pause at the end of a breath. So these are some of the steps that you can take. And if you can access that, how far can you go with it? Now, I love when, guided meditations are beautiful. I can even do them on myself, which I love, just thinking it, having the lights, come through you, water wash over you, fill yourself with a golden, beautiful light, or, whatever you do through your entire body, and how it can relax you and put you in kind of a fuzzy state, right? That fuzzy state where you're here, but you're not here. That space. I want you to find that space and be in that space. That space is healing. That space is healing on so many levels. When you can access that state of being, you're helping to heal your soul, basically. You're not only helping, it's like a little bit of CBT too, right? Because you're helping your cognitive distortions, helping to right them, all that maladaptive thinking of, what you should have done and all these different things. That space allows you to start, changing your thought patterns because you're seeing from different perspectives, like you step outside of yourself, and allows you to forgive yourself for those things because we're not superhuman, right? Well, we are just human. We aren't perfect. But it also allows us to integrate that healing into our body, into our soul, generational stuff even. This space is the space of healing. So I want you to access it. Spend as much time there as you can. Allow yourself to feel okay. That is another thing I really notice with my trauma patients, especially those who have had some childhood traumas, is not being sure. Like, it feels weird. It feels wrong to feel okay. And for people who are like that, who are kind of creeped out by that spaciousness feeling, take it slow. Sorry, my camera does this all the time. Take it slow, and just how much can you do? 30 seconds. How does it feel? Are you okay? You know, push it a little further, and taking that time and really think, allow, it's like taking a little bit of exposure therapy, but also I want you to do taking yourself out of it. So looking from an outside perspective, and you can do this within this space of healing. If it feels funky to you, step outside and look in, and see. So this is also the healing you can do for trauma too. So enough of this rambling. I want to know, how do you do your work in this space? How do you access this space? Do you have any beautiful advice for people to try to access this space a little easier, or what you do? It's also something that you can do in nature. I love the nature walks, can also get you to feel that way. So again, let me know in the comments what you do to enter this beautiful space of healing, this spaciousness. And we will see you next week. Thank you.